Hi, Redeemer. Welcome to this week's building update. Today is April 25th, and let me just fly through a few things here. Number one, let's just certainly continue getting those pledges in. I've had people ask me, do we prefer them sooner than later? And, obviously to some extent that's dependent on what your intention was and your availability. But if you have the option, then sooner, certainly the bank will be very encouraged to be seeing pledges coming in. Um, what's going on right now, the main thing is basically Primus has submitted a site plan, including those designs that we have hanging up at Lindale to the city, and we're waiting for approval. Now, they have a pretty good sense that you have approval because they don't just dump them. They go back and forth and they adjust drawings and then they'll submit the final plan. So right now it's just a waiting game because until the city approves, then, you're just waiting. So let's be praying. Um, let's be pledging, and let's wait. You'll notice the updated plans, and if you're just watching this straight on YouTube, check your email because I'm going to send this video out on email as well and attach the updated plan. So kind of the latest iteration was we moved the gym to the north side of the building. So it was on the south side of the building, and then you had bathrooms and that extra space, which could be future classroom space or whatever, to the north. Well, we basically flipped all that, and the reason was number one, we wanted to get the windows out of the gym. The city requires windows on the south side and on the west side of the building because those are the ones that face the street. And so we would have had windows, light, light coming into the gym more than we wanted, and also just more windows than necessary in a gym, and we'd have to figure out how to protect those and all that. So easy solution was switch that to the north. And also, I didn't foresee this, but once we switched that, one of our building members pointed out, or building team members pointed out that open space out the south end of the main entrance now off of 3rd Street will really work well for another foyer for people that come in directly there. And in the future, we may develop that out and build classrooms and things like that. But for now, it's a nice kind of open space before you get to the main gym / auditorium. So that's going on there. Reach out with questions. Final thing, announcement about Youth for Christ and mission. So, as we move forward on this, one of the things that we're excited about is seeing how God will use our organizations together. And that's already starting to seed. And one big development this week was that Marie Kasner, who is one of our members and servant leaders, she helps lead Rise with me. She has taken a job with Youth for Christ. So she is stepping down from her position at Metro High School and taking a job with Youth for Christ, basically doing a mix of things, leading some ministries, reaching kids, leading leaders, coordinating, communicating, teaching, and that kind of thing. And so I'm really excited for that because, number one, I think she's really gifted and called in this area and will be a blessing to them and to the kids. But also it's just another way for our organizations to continue to build trust and integration. It's the kind of thing that we knew at the beginning that we couldn't mandate this kind of thing. Like we can't say they're going to hire 2 of our people and we're going to hire one of theirs and they're going to be on our board and we're going to be on their board. Like you don't want to force that. It has to be right and in the Lord's timing and organic from him. And but we did believe that once we started kind of rubbing shoulders and sharing ideas and praying together, that this kind of thing would happen. So opportunity came up and Marie applied and they hired her. And so she'll be starting that in May, actually. And they're doing a ministry called At the Table. I think that's what it's called, where they're going to be basically feeding kids and training them to cook and serve one another and preach the gospel to them. And Marie will be running that as well as doing some other things for them. So really excited for that. So, okay, Redeemer, feel free to reach out to me or any of the building team if you have questions. Love you. We'll see you soon.